of the biggest questions agents ask when they are considering a brokerage are, hi friend, are you a real estate agent thinking about switching brokerages? Or maybe you've been researching Real Brokerage and you're curious what it's actually like and if it would be something that might be the right fit for you and your business. Then this video is for you. I am breaking down all of the details of why I chose to partner with Real Brokerage and why I genuinely believe that this company is breaking barriers and helping agents build bigger and better businesses. If we haven't met yet, hi, my name is Alex Bolden. I am a licensed real estate agent in beautiful Bend, Oregon. I've been in business for over 5 years and have sold over $70 million in real estate. I run a relationship-based business and have grown primarily through referrals and social media. I'm a girl mom. I love being a mom so much. She's a little over 2 now. I can't believe it. And I'm loving this age so much. And my husband and I have been married for 13 years. And fun fact, in a previous life, I was a San Francisco 49ers cheerleader. Okay, so why Real? In January of 2025, I began noticing that agents that I really admired and followed were either already with Real or they were making the switch to Real. Around that same time, I had lunch with a respected and very successful agent in my market who brought up that she was also exploring the move to Real after many years at one of the top luxury brokerages in our area. And it caught my attention. I was really feeling this stirring inside, like I wasn't where I was supposed to be, but I also didn't have clear direction yet either. So fast forward a couple of months to April of 2025, I was still feeling like God had something prepared for me. And I was still praying for clarity, and I'd heard about this real estate conference in Arizona. Many of the speakers were women in real estate that I really admired, and so my husband encouraged me to go. He was like, you've got to go, just go. So I booked a last-minute ticket and a flight, and going to this conference was exactly what my heart needed. And I gained so much clarity. I really got to hear from people that were doing business differently, like building pillars in their business just beyond transactions and creating what they called a legacy business. One speaker said something that really resonated with me. She said, we're conditioned to think I have X amount of hours in a day, I can serve X amount of clients, and I can charge X amount in commissions, and that will equal my income. But what if we approached business from an abundance mindset? And what if time didn't have to be the limit? When she said this, I felt like it was like my aha moment that I was waiting for. And I left the conference knowing that I needed to diversify in my business. And I needed to add additional streams of income and further expand my business. So the floodgates at that point were open, and the months and months of prayers were finally coming to fruition for me. When I got home, I dove headfirst into researching cloud-based brokerages. I compared all of the models side by side, and I really felt drawn to Real. So I started reaching out to Real agents across the country, a few in Arizona, Florida, a couple in Oregon, where I am, and California, to get a feel for if they were actually really liking being at this brokerage. I was binge watching YouTube videos, reading everything I could, and kept getting the same message. The agents were really happy and they felt like Real was actually providing a lot of value. So I continued to journal and pray and had long talks with my husband. I think at that point, he was so sick of hearing about it. Mentors that I trust and value their opinion. And then I finally felt that peace. The kind of peace where you just know, okay, this is where you're supposed to be, and it's just time to take the leap of faith and switch. So what did I find sets Real apart from other cloud-based brokerages? If I'm being super transparent, I really struggled with cloud-based brokerage models for years, and the only one I had ever really heard of or much knew about was EXP. And I'll preface this with, I know many EXP agents that I love and adore, and I think that they are amazing. Unfortunately, at least in my area, I've just not had a great experience with EXP. And over the years, I've received lots of spam messages from agents I didn't even really know. And it just really turned me off. So when I started learning more about Real, I really appreciated that they had guidelines around recruiting. In their independent contractor agreement, they lay out very clear prohibited agent attraction policies, and I feel like it protects the brand. I feel like it protects what agents are coming in and making sure that the agents are awesome and rock stars. So just a short list of their guidelines: no cold DMs or spammy mass text messages, no email blasts to agents you don't know, no shady comparisons to other brokerages, no bribes, gifts, or promises, naming a sponsor, and no bait and switch trainings that can turn into sales pitches. And most importantly, Real's core value is to work hard and be kind. And I have realized that it's not just their slogan, but it is baked into the way that they do business. And they expect agents to lead with integrity and respect. And Real is building this company through relationships, which is something I truly value. They have structured their business to support collaboration and not competition, which, if you've been in this industry, you might have found this as well, but I have found that this is rare in this industry. Okay, now let's dive into the details. After I saw everything that Real offered, I felt like I could not unsee it, and here is what made this move a no-brainer for me. One of the biggest questions agents ask when they are considering a brokerage are, what are the fees? And I really felt like Real's compensation package is simple, fair, and transparent. There are no monthly fees. There is a 85-15 split. So 85% goes to you, the agent, and 15% goes to Real. The best part is you cap at $12,000 and you don't have to pay any splits after you cap. So once you cap, you are not paying a split, but there is a small $285 transaction fee. There is also a $750 annual fee that is split over your first 3 transactions. And you also get 3 personal deals per year with no 85-15 split, only a $250 transaction fee. So something I didn't even consider when looking at brokerages, but is actually something I'm really excited about, is Real's stock options. Real gives you stocks when you hit your cap, hit elite status, attract agents, earn cultural awards, or you can also opt into their commission-based stock purchases and earn bonus shares before you cap. I will preface this with, this is not required. However, I did personally enroll in this benefit. My husband and I do have our own investments, but we felt like this was potentially a really great opportunity. So as I talked about earlier, Real's motto is to work hard and be kind. So let's talk about the culture of collaboration over competition in an industry that can feel really, really isolating at times and lots of gatekeeping. So the encouragement of collaboration from Real has been a breath of fresh air. Successful agents freely sharing what's working in their business in trainings and mastermind calls has seriously been so inspiring. And I am so excited to share. I'm also so excited for Real's revenue share opportunity with other agents. When I thought about building more income pillars and a legacy business, revenue share stood out to me. As I said earlier, I was a cheerleader growing up and I cheered for the San Francisco 49ers. And I find myself naturally loving to collaborate and cheer other agents and business owners on in their journeys. And I genuinely love watching other people succeed. And I love the opportunity to get to support agents and educate others on the possibility of creating generational wealth and passive income for themselves. I also learned that income from revenue share is willable. So that means that if anything ever happened to me, my daughter or husband could inherit this and everything that I've worked so hard to build. Okay, let's talk about tech and AI. I am already using AI in my business, and I really wanted a brokerage that would keep up with the tools available as well as be improving on the tools into the future. And I have found Real's tech stack to be top tier. And what it does is it helps free up your time for what really matters, and that is your family and your clients. I am also loving Real Academy. It's their on-demand, high-level training platform. They have daily training sessions, agent-led masterminds from top producers, and it's all included in your split with no additional fees. And I have paid so much in coaching in the past and during my time as a real estate agent, and I'm really loving having access to all different types of trainings from agents that are crushing it. And I love that I can listen to it at any time, whether I'm doing dishes, working out, or in the car. And especially being a mom, I love that I can access the trainings when it works for me. And I feel like I've already learned so much. Like I am listening to a training every night, I feel like. And it's provided so much value. And as much as I love the virtual education, I love that Real hosts in-person events too. I will be attending Real Rise conference this November in Florida, and I cannot wait to connect with other Real agents and learn. Also, being in Oregon, it starts to get really cold in November, so a warm retreat is something I'm really excited about. So if you are a Real agent watching this video, I would love to connect with you at the conference in November. And if you have not heard of Work Vivo, it's like a Facebook group. It is our internal network for referrals, trainings, masterminds, support, and more. It is a huge perk for staying connected to agents across the country. I am consistently seeing agents collaborate and ask questions in the feed. So one question I get asked pretty frequently is, what is the brokerage support like? Especially this being a cloud-based brokerage. And I want to give a quick shout out to Jason, who is our Oregon broker. He has been super responsive and helpful during my onboarding process and other questions that I've had. I have emailed him, I have called him, I have texted him at this point. He has gotten back to me pretty quickly. And he also hosts regular Zooms to keep up to date on form and law changes in Oregon. So something I have learned as a business owner kind of the hard way is the high cost of healthcare. I feel really lucky because we're covered through my husband, but I know so many agents struggle with healthcare costs. And I learned recently that Real offers group health benefits. And I just appreciate that Real provides value like holistically to their agents. Like they're not just saying like, here's your tech stack, here's your trainings, whatever. They're like, no, let's also offer healthcare. I also recently learned about Real Wallet, which is their business banking tool. It is not mandatory, it's just available if you want it. So Real offers a built-in business checking account with an automatic tax savings option. So you can set up that when you receive a commission check, a certain percentage goes to a tax savings account. And as we all know, there is nothing worse than approaching the end of the year to find out how much you owe for taxes and not having enough saved up. I am not personally using this because I already have something set up with my business banking account, but I love that Real is encouraging agents to be financially wise and be prepared. So wrapping this video up, I am so grateful to be here at Real, and everything I shared is why. I truly feel like this company cares about their brokers and wants to provide exceptional value and an exceptional experience. So if you're considering a move or just feeling like you're not really where you're meant to be, like I was, I would love to be a resource for you. We can talk about your goals, your why, and where you want to go in your business. I will drop a link below if you want to book a Zoom with me, or feel free to call, text, or DM anytime. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos on Real and all things real estate. Talk soon, and I hope that you have the best day.